Alright, so this is tub number 3. This time I've got the camera on a tripod. So we're going to see if this does a little bit better. This one's also a lot smaller, so it'll only take up one part, hopefully. We have PlayStation 2, sorry about the glare, Jet X2O, demo disc, unopened. Used to get these all the time for the PlayStation 2. They come in these little slips from companies. For some reason with PlayStation 3 I haven't gotten a lot of these, but I may still make them, but I haven't actually been pursuing them as I used to. So, yeah, sorry about the glare, but it's just the way I got a lot of lights in this room. It's bright, but I get a lot of crap, so there you go. Here we have Final Fantasy 11 Online. And this was for the PlayStation 3. It actually came with the hard drive and rather giant manual. Had the Play Online service. And then there was a card game called Tetramaster, which was also part of this. And the hard drive went into the back of the PS2. I don't have that PS2 anymore. I gave it to my brother Brian. I don't know if he actually still has it. If he does, I ought to try to just get it back from him, because I don't think he uses it anymore. But trying to get him to show up and actually, have all the pieces for it and everything, I don't know. I'd be better off just asking his girlfriend. Extreme G Racing Music CD. It's techno. Ultra-Pong from Atari. Apparently I don't have any controllers handy for this one. They actually all plug into the back here. I do have the controllers, but not sure where they are. This is a rare system in that it was 4-player, and it had 16 games. I think they were in color, but I'm not sure. And it had on-off, basically ran on batteries. There's no date on the back. But this is one of the last Pongs that Atari made, was the Ultra-Pong. So, Sega Dreamcast, Japanese version, NTSC-J. I don't think you can see that too well up there. 100 to 110 volts. And inside, by its lonesome in the box, is a Dreamcast just by itself. Just kind of shoved it in the box, because I have a couple of these actually. And inside, House of the Dead 2, still sitting in there. So, I have a bunch of controllers and stuff for it. I think this is my extra one, because this is the Japanese one. It didn't have the modem that came with some of the units. This is the very first Sega Dreamcast I ever had, because it was an import. And Windows CE on the side. Pretty crazy. So, old school Dreamcast. It's like a little toilet. Take a poop. Putting that back in the box. I should play some music in the background. So there'd be like copyright issues with that. Maybe I should play like Tumbling with Turnbuckle. This one's pretty waterlogged and beat up. This is a Sega Saturn Netlink keyboard adapter. Sega was always trying to push internet connectivity, even in the early days, even with the Sega Saturn. And there was a way, at some point, you can get email and web browse with the Netlink. Really early, for the time. People always talk about how the Dreamcast was, the first real internet connected console, but the Saturn actually was. In 1996, right there, and the web basically grew into popularity starting with Windows 95. Right around 1996 is when you could actually get on TCP/IP and everything and get out with it. And Sega was right there with it. Yeah, boxes beat up. I got a lot of things that are kind of not so good because I bought them used. This is a VHS tape I was sent. It is a PlayStation game console, The Legend of Dragoon. B-roll footage that you could use for television. Sometimes they would send these out. Sometimes they would send them out on beta. A lot of times you would get them on beta, and you would also get slides and things like that. It was just preview, how they would send previews of the games back then. Big VHS tape. And then finally, taking up most of the space in this box, is the TelStar Gemini. And the power adapter for it fell out here. And this one came with the gun. It was a 6-shooter in black, so you could point it at a cop and you would think it was real and throw some bullets into you. Always fun. Also shows a kid having a lot of fun up here playing pinball, because obviously he didn't want to play the Gemini. He wanted to play a real pinball game. I have no idea. Yes, but this is actually not a Pong system. It was video pinball, and it had target shooting. The box apparently met it with a dog. I don't know. That's just how I ended up buying these things. Let's see what I got here. Okay, we got the really crappy switch box. Probably hook that up, start a fire in your house. This one does have the gun. That thing. What'd you say to me? Oh, it makes the frickin' crazy click noise. Look at that, the trigger works and everything. Boom! That's ridiculous. I mean, could you imagine playing a game? This would drive you nuts. Oh, it's stuck. Oh my god, I don't even know if that works. I don't know how anybody thought that was a good idea back then. And then you had, basically this system would be used like a pinball machine. This is like how you would start the game, and then on the side, you've got flipper buttons. So you would use it like... And then there was some options here, and deluxe pinball, shoot the bear. I guess like some animated bear would come across the screen. Let's see if there's a picture of that. Yeah, there it is on the bottom. Shoot the bear. This would be like the bear, I guess, and it would move around. Sorry, it's a little bit blurry. Camera has autofocus. I don't know. And then there was shooting gallery, which this thing would just move back and forth. It was the same thing. I guess that's the bear. And then that was the pinball. These little blocks and stuff you would hit, stuff like that. Still, it was a different game than Pong at the time, so it was fairly cool that you had, some other option other than just playing another Pong game. So, TelStar Gemini, a little bit, stickers coming up a little bit there. And, it also could take batteries on the back. It's built by Coleco in Amsterdam, New York, is what it says. It says, do not open, even though it gives you this slide here. And no, that's just to store something. Yeah, this actually ran on an adapter. I bet, though, at one point they tried to run it on batteries. They built this case to take batteries, and then they were like, yeah, that's not going to work. The batteries die too soon. So they just made it into like some storage area, but it actually doesn't really hold anything. And if you're thinking it holds the gun, that gun ain't fitting in there. So it's useless. Anyway, that's it for this tub number 2. Hopefully the video is a little bit more straight for you. And yeah, there's a lot more to come. Thanks.